Welcome back to Wake Up Barstool. We are truly blessed here on this Wednesday, and so we count our blessings because we get to talk to all sorts of incredible people and incredible coaches every day here. And we already talked Texas Tech head coach Joey McGuire ahead of the Big 12 championship this weekend, and now it's time to talk to Coach Kalani Sitake of BYU ahead of the Big 12 championship this week. And Coach Sitake, what's up, man? Thank you so much for joining us. How are we doing?
Good morning, gentlemen. How you doing?
Doing very well, sir. I'm sure you're doing well as well.
Oh, he's doing better than us.
Yep. Look, so I want to talk about the extension. Congratulations are in order for both you and, well, the shared agency group between you and Coach McGuire. But before, look, outside of like personal, salary, everything like that, that's all incredible. How important was you in these conversations to secure financial commitment for the team and for the program through things like NIL? Like, were you able to get commitments out of these leveraging conversations?
Yeah, of course. I think that's the main thing. I think a lot of people focus on the head coach and their pay, but for me, it was three things. One, longevity. How long can I extend my contract? And then two, taking care of my players. There's got to be commitment from rev share and NIL, and then and finally taking care of my staff, and that's been the key, And so having that opportunity and being able to get it over with and just focus on the game has been really good for us, especially having that done yesterday.
Yeah.
Coach, we'll talk about the game, but one last question about the extension, because when things like this happen, it is both a coach committing to a program for long term and his vision, and the program committing to the coach, and everybody getting on the same page and going forward. You guys have a clear culture, a clear vision of going forward. How much does this strengthen that going down the road?
Yeah, it definitely strengthens it. I think for me, I never want the program to be about one player, and it definitely won't be about one coach. So trying to be about the team has been the for me that's been the key. But also, when looking at these jobs and opportunities, I was really just kind of wait it out and try to see what we can talk about after the game. But things got sped up, and then things had to be once people started hearing about what was happening with me and even what was going on with my negotiations here. Now I had to just make a decision because it's not fair to the team, not fair to the staff and the fans if I were to be thinking about another job. So I had to make a decision and the distraction that it could cause for our team. And so, that kind of sped it up a little bit for me. And I had to make a decision yesterday. And the decision was to stay here, coach the team. If the decision was to leave, then I would have to make it then. And, I wasn't ready to do that yet. And as things were we were just looking at it, probably getting at it next week. But it's okay. I just didn't think that it would be right to be about me when we're trying to get to this team, trying to get to this championship game, have the focus be on Texas Tech and on BYU in the Big 12 championship.
Negotiations. I said leveraging conversations.
Yeah, that was crazy. Negotiations.
There's a word for that. That's what I was looking for.
All right, Coach, let's talk football. You have one loss this season. We have discussed on this show, T-Bob, myself, everybody here has just said that BYU has been one of the more overlooked teams, no matter what you guys do. But you're 11-1 right now. You've got one loss, and that is to the team you get to play for the Big 12 championship. How unique a situation is that? I mean, you have the one loss and you have a chance to avenge it right now. You don't even have to tell your players. I don't think you got to motivate your players. Just say, hey, these are the guys that beat us and we have a chance to win the championship. Talk about, Texas Tech this weekend and the opportunity in front of you.
Yeah, first of all, Joey McGuire is a great friend of mine and a great leader. And then, a few weeks back, there was a lot of attention going into that game. We had it in Lubbock, and they had it was a great home environment for them. We didn't play our best, and they played a great game. They've been great all season long. And so they're one of the best teams in the country. We did not play well enough to even be in the mix right then. And after the game, we're shaking hands with them, and Texas Tech and their coaches are saying, we'll see you guys in a few weeks. And that's what we plan on doing too. We had a feeling that we're a good enough team. Probably didn't show the best then, but now we have an opportunity for some redemption, but that's a tough task because Texas Tech's a really good team. But it's fun that we're in this Big 12 championship, especially after last year missing out on a tiebreaker. Now that we're in it, it's going to be a lot of fun.
It's interesting, Coach, from rematch perspective as well, because you have such direct tape to try to counterpunch with. What were they able to do you feel, in game number one to kind of stifle the offense a bit? And then with as much as you're willing to say, how do you look to attack it maybe differently the second time around?
Well, I mean, that's a tough defense that they have there. It's one of the best defenses in the country. And so scoring is not going to be easy, but we just have to do our thing, and we just got to play with our identity. And we have to play better in all three phases. I thought they played great in all three phases, and they complemented each other, and then it just put off of our game. And then the lead was too much for us to overcome. We've been fortunate that we've been able to overcome 14-point deficits three times this year, including last week. But we can't start games off like that, and you can't not spot teams, but you just have to play at your best. And this is a team that we have to be at our best, and when we can do that in all three phases, then we'll see what happens at the end of the day. But it's a tough task. They're a great team in all three phases. I know a lot of attention goes to their defense, but their offense does a great job too, and their special teams is an X factor for them. So, well, we have our work cut out for us, but we'll take advantage of all the time we have this week, and away we go. Our guys, the hardest part, our guys have been focused on trying to get back to this game, and that we had to take care of three other ones before we get to this.
Coach, obviously the game is huge. It's gigantic, too, 11-1 teams. But how much are you concerning yourself, if at all, with the fact that you're currently number 11 in the playoff committee's rankings, and where you stand in that? Are you concerned with that at all, or is it all Texas Tech right now?
No, we want to be about Texas Tech, but I said I wasn't going to campaign, but I have to be able to defend my team.
Yeah.
Last year we were 10-2, and we missed out in the championship game because of a tiebreaker. So I didn't really feel like I had much to say last year, especially because we were sitting and watching Iowa State and Arizona State playing the championship game. This year, it's like we're in a championship game, and there's teams that aren't playing that might move up and might move back depending on what other people are doing. In my mind, if we're going to do this, we might as well expand the playoffs to 24 teams, do what the FCS teams do. Or, last year, I would have been fine as a third-place team in the Big 12 to play a third-place team in any of the other conferences.
Yep.
And so if everyone's going to play 13 games and some aren't going to play a championship game, why don't they just match up against each other and just do a play-in game? That way everyone could be – I mean, why not have Notre Dame and Miami play it out right now instead of sitting there and debating about it? I mean, I saw the debate last night when they put all the names of the teams up there, but in the comparison, but BYU wasn't up there for the comparison. So, we're playing a game. There's others that aren't playing a game. Make them play. Let's figure this out, or expand the playoffs to 24.
Whoa, Coach, hold on now. You're pitching letting the actual football decide who makes the playoff as opposed to people sitting in a room and talking about it? I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't think that could work. It seems too drastic, too radical. No, it's crazy. I mean, Coach, we just broke it down. If you blind resume you and Ole Miss, like y'all have an objectively better resume than does Ole Miss. So I don't get what's going on, but I hope they get it sorted before next week.
Well, the biggest concern I have is just settle it on the field.
Yeah.
Like, we have an opportunity. There's teams that are playing in the championship game, and there are some that aren't. So why don't they have playing games in basketball? Why don't we have play-in games? So at least everyone can play a 13th game, and then they can just settle it by just looking at. It's hard to gauge it when you're punishing a team for being in a championship game, and then you're elevating someone who's sitting there watching.
Yeah,
and
crazy.
Granted, we were watching last year, and that would have been nice for us to watch last year and cheer and to get in by not playing the game. But we're all competitors. Let's get on the field and play. Let's figure it out. It's not that hard.
Coach, I don't know if you've met everybody here, but, I'm Brandon Walker. That's T-Bob. You know us. I don't know if you've met Connor Griffin here. If we can get the camera on Connor in his beautiful Penn State Nittany Lions hoodie and his sweatpants. You broke his heart yesterday, and congratulations to you. I just wanted you to meet him and see his nice, incredible hoodie that he just had to wear today for some reason.
Coach, I think you're a great leader. I think you're a phenomenal coach. I wish you the best of luck. That's all I have to say. I really hope you guys win on Saturday. I do.
Thank you. And then I want to say that there's been a lot of interest from a lot of different schools, but those schools are amazing. They have great leadership and an amazing fan base. They'll be fine, and you look at the talent that they can bring there. They're going to be fine, so you. I'm glad you got the nice looking jumpsuit there. We're we're gonna have to send a jumpsuit out to Provo Dave because he's giving us some luck.
Yeah.
Oh
true.
my God, dude! Provo. Oh yeah, wait, Coach. Yes.
tell you what,
yes. Okay. Go ahead,
I don't know
man.
what y'all did today, Portnoy out there.
Yeah.
That guy is nothing but Provo now.
Yeah. Even yesterday on the show, I think it was, there was like a line like, nobody's talking about BYU. And then Dave comes flying into view and he has a BYU football jersey on. Coach, if I may ask one selfish thing here, we need a BYU helmet. Okay, y'all's uniforms are beautiful. Arizona State's in it, Arizona's in it, UCLA, Texas Tech, got my old LSU helmet here. If we could swing it, I would be very, very grateful if we get a BYU helmet.
We'll definitely get you guys a BYU helmet, and then all you have to do is just have to be like Provo Dave. Just come by and visit us in the game, and come see the environment. And next thing you know, all 4 of you will be wearing BYU jerseys.
Hey, look, I mean, I've heard it's like one of the most beautiful settings in the entire country. I've seen it on television a ton. I would love to. That's on my stadium bucket list for sure, Coach.
I'm still mad about the 2001 Mississippi State BYU game, but I'll get there.
It's a brand. It's
been 24 years.
Fair to you. It's only been 24 years.
Yeah.
You need a little time. Coach Sitake, congratulations on all your success. Best of luck this weekend. Thank you so much for waking up with us, and good luck.
Thank you, guys. Aloha.
Yes, sir. Coach Kalani Sitake, who has BYU.
We should have told him Joey McGuire guaranteed victory.
I mean,
We should have lied.
he is
We should have told Joey McGuire that he guaranteed victory before he came on.
Yes.
But Coach McGuire watches the show every day.
Yeah.
So he would know. But I mean, dude, this is actually something that Jeremy was talking about before the show. Credit to him. Like, what is stopping Notre Dame and Miami from playing this weekend? Like why? I get it.
Safety.
There is precedent. I mean, BYU did it in the COVID year.
Coastal.
They went and played
Yeah,
Coastal
yeah.
to try to bump the resume up.
I'm
Obviously,
saying,
Coastal
like,
won that game.
just
but.
what are we doing? What are we doing? Like create a system where you play games and decide who makes the playoffs.